Oh, hey, friends. Crystal here, your Vibrant BF, and welcome to 2026. Though it is not the energetic new year, it is, according to the Gregorian calendar, a new year. So, first and foremost, where to start? I am Jimmy rigging this up because I am currently in a new location. I am back in the divided states of embarrassment, also known as America. And it's been almost 2 weeks since I've been here. So I am reacclimating my mind, body, spirit, trying to establish my routines and things like that. While here, I am with my daughter and my grandsons, which has been an adjustment first and an absolute delight as well. So it's duality. It's both. It's been a lot to take in, seeing that I am coming from empty nester life, ease, quiet in my home in Lisbon to America where there's little people and there's schedules and there's schools and things like that. So that is why I'm here, helping them out for a while. Life is so funny. You could not have told me a year ago, 2 years ago, that I would be back in this place called America. But I just did a little observation of life in the last 2 weeks here in America and some observations. So I am American, though I don't support my government. I don't believe in this administration and just how things are run. And that's for multiple reasons. I've lived outside of the country multiple times for many years. And so I know what is normal and what is a scam. And the US is a scam for many, I mean, but the a purpose of this video was to come on and to share life thus far, as well as deciding how I want to show up this season of my life. And I practice and I specialize in nervous system resilience. And so, what does that look like when I am in the quote unquote belly of the beast? While I am reestablishing my patterns and routines while having little people in other spaces and new spaces and all the things. So let's show up and share together. First, I want to say I'm sorry for those of you who have no idea of life outside of America. I think it's incredibly important for all humans, no matter where you live, to travel because it helps to open up your mind to different cultures, people, time, space, all the things. Especially for Americans in particular, because of the way that it's structured, it really kind of puts you inside of a bubble of what they like to call American exceptionalism. And it's a lot of things that happen in America that don't happen anywhere else. And so getting outside of this bubble helps to open up your mind and to see just how much of a scam the US is, unfortunately. So for those of you who've never been able to leave or not go very far, my heart goes out to you. I hope that can change. I highly, highly, highly recommend you get your passport. And just start small. Start with something like Mexico, Canada, and then start moving out from there. Maybe Panama, maybe the Caribbean. Maybe there's a lot of things going on now. I know, but I'm just saying overall. And then take a quick trip over to the UK, Europe, or something like that. You don't have to jump and start your international travels in Japan. That's a big commitment. Bali, wherever. So start small, but get out and start to open up and expand your mind. I'm telling you, it will change your life. So, being that I have been out of the US for 4 years living, coming back and just seeing how much has transpired and how much has changed is some things I still remember and I know, like just how the US is, but you see things through different lenses. So, some of the observations is how massive everything is, which we know that's okay. But the trucks are massive, the houses are massive, the rooms are massive, the stores are massive. So you have so many more things, so many more distractions, aisles of toothpaste, aisles of toothbrushes, aisles of detergents, aisles. It's just so much overwhelm. So many distractions is one of the biggest things. So many cars, so many people having so many places to go, yet everyone's attached to their phone. The conveniences are out of control. Yes, there are definitely some perks for sure. You can get anything you want with just a couple clicks of your phone, and it can be right to your house. You don't have to leave. It's giving Wally, the movie Wally, the Disney movie, where people were just ordering things from their chairs and they were all really obese because they just ate and sat around and just ordered stuff. Sports is huge. Distractions. And I say that it's bad. I'm just observations. The food or the allegedly calling it food. The eggs. There's only certain types of eggs that I've noticed that I can use. My daughter's a pretty clean eater, so yay, that works out. But I had gotten these other eggs. They were organic eggs. I thought they were good, and she was like, "No, those aren't good." And when I cracked it, there's a smell. Now, if you were in it, you probably wouldn't notice. So I'm very sensitive. I am used to clean eating. My body rejects things that aren't. I'm not saying that I don't enjoy. I've had a Popeye sandwich. I'm not saying that I only eat organic, clean things. I'm just saying overall that is my primary diet. And so when things are off, or heavily chemicals or processed, it's no doesn't do well for my body. So the eggs had this weird sin and just little things like that. Been very particular about the breads because a lot of things that are banned in Europe aren't even, they're not even a thing here. Like, of course, the US has them. So, a lot of things I have to be mindful of in that sense. People just seem to be sad, a little oppressed, or a lot oppressed, which I can understand. If you work 40, 60, 80 hours and you can still barely eat or live, that is, again, not okay. And so, basic things humanity needs: food, clothing, shelter, safety, right? Those are not common in the US. Those are not guaranteed in the US, which again makes it a scam. Like, how is having food and safety and housing, like how is this healthcare? Why is this a luxury? So things like that. Yeah, it's just, how you live in your cars. There's always something on the news. I don't really watch the news. I haven't really even been on my phone that much, just because, again, I'm acclimating. But there's just always something. The TikTok algorithm, because I just switched SIM cards, is already different. Things I didn't even see in Europe. The amount of ads, TikTok shop things, I'm just like, wow, I've never seen all this. Again, some things are super cool, and some things are like, wow, the censorship is wild. Yeah, it's just so many things happening, and people are just carrying on, and I can understand because it's like, example for mothers, if they have a cold, people still want to eat, people still need their snacks, people still need their clothes or whatever. And so I understand having to live in a society that is structured in this way, and yet still trying to just live and trying to find your rhythm and peace and trying to make, do with what you can. I understand that. And I think it's very important to um, just, I think it's very important to remember that we really do decide our own fate. But if you haven't been exposed to other ways of life, that would be very hard to do, as well as understanding that this life is very temporary and that it's very important to choose joy and it's very important to lean in. Feeling good is the work, and it can be very challenging when you live in places such that are structured such as this, where you don't know about healthcare, if you have childcare subsidies, if your food benefits are getting cut off. Like, these things should not be issues, and yet in America they are very common, and unfortunately. And so the structures, and how important it is to be connected with family and friends, community, is not normal. It's very separated and segregated and isolated, and yeah. So I am back in America. Join me over the next dot 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 as I share and navigate how I'm staying aligned and connected to self. That is my ultimate goal, is to make sure no matter where I'm at or what I'm doing, that I'm always aligned in my highest purpose, that I am being guided by my spirit team. My spirit team is my guides, ancestors, angels, and yeah, what that looks like from day to day, living in the actual belly of the beast. So this should be very interesting. I'm so grateful my daughter lives next to this really great park, so I can get my walks in. The weather's actually been nice, even though it's technically winter. And so it's just little things like that, coming on and sharing with you. That's something I really enjoy. So we will see how we are navigating with 2026. I haven't even really listened to the forecast as far as what the cosmos and the astro world is saying. So that should be exciting. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned. I'll see you next week for Life in the Divided States of Embarrassment. I should make a little acronym. So thanks for joining.